I'm starting off with a Wukong and a belt. Not an especially great opener. Right now I like to start Chain Vest. You get one component for Sunfire Cape, the best item in the game right now. Belt is also a component, but the other items the belt makes are pretty bad. Pretty low tier items, but a lot of chain items are quite good. GA's good, Shroud is good, Bramble's okay, Frozen Heart is good, and of course Sunfire is excellent. So the strongest opener in the game right now is Cultist, if you can hit it. So early Alesis, early Twisted Fates are quite strong. If you can't hit 3 Cultist, which does require a 2-cost pike, then 2 Vanguard or 2 Brawler is not bad. So I'm gonna pick up... Ooh, that is a Cultist. Only need one more Cultist, and I should have a strong opener. So I want to hold on to her. I have these Vanguards kind of as a backup. I'm gonna get the Wukong pair. I could always play like a random 2-cost, or 2-star rather, along with the 3 Cultist at level 4. And I don't think I want any of these units with the new shop changes. If you're not interested in a unit, it's best not to pick it up because it gives you a higher chance of hitting the units you do want. Because if you don't pick up a unit, it's guaranteed to not show up in the next shop. So we did not hit our 3 Cultist. We had a really good shot. We needed Pike or Twisted Fate. Unlucky. I'm gonna pass up on Diana. I don't think assassins are especially strong in this meta. I'm gonna be greedy. We're gonna hope to hit something better. Evelyn should be able to do good damage. I'm also gonna be greedy on items. He can have the belt for now, that's fine. He can hold Sunfire Cape if we hit it on this next carousel. I don't mind losing it all 2-1 through 2-3. You get better pick priority on the 2-4 carousel. And I mean, unless you can win streak, I don't mind losing at all here. So we won that round. Okay, we found a Twisted Fate.
Every web a masterpiece.
I think we have a chance to win streak with 3 Cultist, so I am gonna level. If you can get a big win streak early, you make an incredible amount of gold. So if you can do it, then go for it. A lot of duelists so far. A lot of duelists. We'll see how it goes. I could slam Jeweled Gauntlet. I think that there are better items. I'm just going to be greedy here. Perhaps I get an Ionic Spark. Great Riven item, good set item. We can pick up the Vayne pair here. So with Cultist, you get extra frontline with Galio dropping in. I think damage can be important. So I'd probably rather have like a 2-star Vayne or some kind of 2-star damage unit. I may pick up Katarina. If I hit Pike, I can play 2 Assassin, Katarina Pike. They should be able to provide good damage here. So we have 3 cultist, 4 duelist, Dusk Vayne, duelist, keeper vanguard, cultist. So much duelist, wow. They can be somewhat strong early, but they're usually not that good. You really have to hit 3 cost, 3 stars. Gotta get Callista 3 to really make duelists work. So they're not consistent, but if you have just the right opener for it, it can be worth exploring. So I want this chain vest for sure. If I don't get the chain vest, I gotta think about these items. A cloak is not bad. And lucky me, we got the chain vest. We have the best item in the game right now. Especially early. It's good all game, but it's great early because you can pick it up and it's going to be strong no matter what comp you put it into. It does have the same effect as Morello, so if an enemy unit is both Morello'd and Sunfire caped, then only one, they don't burn twice as fast. The effect only counts once. However, so just be aware of that. But it can be okay to have both, because in game you have like 9 units on the board. It can still be good. We're gonna pick this Jax up just temporarily. We could also I think Jax was the best play. He gets duelist all by himself. That's fairly good. They are pretty strong. They are level 5. I think we win though. It would be a huge win here. Gonna sell that Katarina. We're sticking with Jax. He should carry us for the next few rounds. 2 Evelyns, interesting. So if we don't hit the perfect chosen to go a specific comp, like for example, you could hit chosen Wukong and go Bonky Kong, 4 Vanguard, 4 Mystic. Or you can hit a double Cultist and just scale up to 6 Cultist and go hopefully level 9. If you don't hit one of those, you're looking to go either Vanguard Mystic, you can mix in like Riven and Ahri. They're technically 2 separate comps, but you can kind of think of them as the same comp. You're coming in with some Vanguards, you're playing good units, and then the other way you can go without a good chosen is to go Brawler Elderwood. That can be quite strong as well. Everybody is quite aggressive. Over half the lobby, level 5. Oh. 2 Shade. Look at that. Set 4 is so much fun, guys. Depending on what chosen you get, you can go so many different ways. There's so many small synergies too. So many 2-unit synergies that are quite strong. Shade, Duelist, Dusk, Mystic, Vanguard. Even Adept, 2 Adept is really good. It means there's a lot of flexibility. It can be hard to know the perfect way to go, but very, very fun. We're gonna make 20 here. I think it could be a Riven game. Great Riven item. The rod means she does more damage, and the magic resist reduction also means that. Since whatever damage she does, she's going to be close to the unit she does it to, she will benefit from the effects of Ionic Spark. I believe this is my strongest board. I highly doubt that I'll play Evelyn all game. So I think that she gets the Spark. It can eventually come off her and go onto Riven. And you know, I think I slammed Shroud. It's not the OP item it once was, but it's still good. It's still perfectly fine if you position well, which I haven't paid that much attention to positioning yet this game, but it has the potential to be quite a good item. I don't have much of a sharpshooter angle here. I've not hit a gen. We hit her! We hit her! Just hit. That's all you have to do to win. Just hit your units. Jokes, obviously. Sometimes you don't hit, sometimes you do. You gotta know what to do in both situations to be a consistent top tier player. One of the reasons why the game is so much fun. And when you do hit, it feels amazing. I'm gonna level here, get our 2 keepers in. Keepers are kind of like rebels from the previous set. They give shields to the units that they're next to. And keepers give other keepers an extra big shield. So usually you want to get your keepers together if it doesn't just totally mess up your positioning. This is perfect because we should make 20. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I could have greeted for GA. I think it pairs well with Sunfire Cape and with Aeonic Spark, because the effects of those items can continue to be productive while Riven's in GA. But we slammed the Shroud. It should help us win streak, hopefully. I believe we are super strong. We shall see. I want to make 30 here. We're 1 off. It's okay. I'm tempted to sell Evelyn. Economy matters a lot, and we are going away from Evelyn. Her item is going to be taken by Riven before long. Ooh, what I should have done, I should have sold her before this round and gone ahead and put that Spark on Riven. There's almost always a way to improve your gameplay. I'm just going to sell her. There's lots of cultists we can bring in. We're going to make money. Cue the Evelyn in the next shop, right? Another armor's good. It can make a lot of good 3rd Riven items. And since we've already hit a Riven, we don't have to be too concerned about not hitting our Riven. Because some games, if you never hit Riven, if it's super contested or you're just unlucky, you may need to play things like Ari, just go a bunch of Vanguards, forget about Keepers.
Do not tempt a Viking.
And you gotta put those items on something like an Aatrox, maybe. But here we already have got our Riven. Feels good. So we can make 40. Let's protect this Riven. No items. We want her to get to live. Let's see what the lobby's playing. We got 4 duelists, 2 duelists. So many duelists. Wouldn't really want to go that anyway, but definitely not now. This looks like it could eventually be Riven stuff with a lot of keepers. We have Dusk. We have Cultist Keeper, kind of like Unrunning, and we have 3 Dusk. So Riven is contested, as expected. But since we've already hit one, it is full steam ahead. Just lost to him. Pretty strong team. Chosen Yasuo. What's good is that our health is relatively high. Our economy is perfectly fine. We have good items. We are poised to spike. After this round, I'm going to sell Jax. And rolling on 7 and 8, we're going to look for good Chosens that fit our comp. Jax does not fit, but he's been a good stand-in. He's won us some rounds. He's been a good item holder. Thank you, Jax. But we are getting rid of you. Goodbye. Ooh, that Evelyn. No items. Or she does have Spark. But still, she can really pop off sometimes. So we sell our Jax here. We do need to hit a third cultist ideally before we sell this Evelyn. So I'm not going to switch the item over yet. But I sold Jax this round so that in the next shop we have a chance at Chosens. We can go Chosen Riven, any kind of Chosen Dusk, Chosen Mystic, Chosen Vanguard, even Chosen Keeper. There's really a lot of items that we can go. I'm probably going to go GA Riven here. There's a Dusk, we're going to go 7, and we're going to roll just a little bit. There's a Mystic. That does make 2 ninja, but it's not a big deal. It is more important to get 2 Mystic, I believe. GA, Ionic Spark, Sunfire Cape. We'll give these guys the buff, as it does not matter how far up they jump from. They're still going to the back. They might as well have those shields. Twisted Fate is probably the worst cultist unit. I mean, at 3 stars, he can do some damage, but we don't care about him at this point. Gotta keep making that money, get the income up. I believe we're strong enough to go level 8 here. Here's a Shin. I think I'm just going to save my money. Shin's usually not going to be in the final comp. I'd much rather play Zillion, both because he's a better unit. He's like a bunch of free Guardian Angels for your team. I'd rather it be Zillion and Cassiopeia. And I'd probably only go for Mystic if I hit a Chosen Mystic. Otherwise, it's a bit hard to fit when you play Riven, though not impossible. Not impossible. Shin is actually something of a frontliner, but almost all my units are frontliners here, pretty much except Callista. The comp right now is just hope that Riven can stay alive, which she did for a while, but not long enough. We'll check how many Rivens are gone. There's 1, 2. So only 3 Rivens gone. We still have a great chance of hitting. We'll see what happens. Thresh can be good if you go for Dusk. He fits in nicely to give both Dusk and Vanguard. The RE pair is tempting. it is. Especially since I have a rod. I mean, if it's just like a death cap, then I could really want Ari. We'll see. Ooh, Jhin is pretty good against Riven. His fourth shot can kill her right through the shield sometimes. That burst is big. Okay, another loss. We got a spike. But it's all planned. We get better pick priority. What should this item even be? I thought about the fist, Jeweled Gauntlet, Ari, but really I may not play Ari. Usually with Riven, you play 4 Dusk, then you play 3 Cultist, which is Jhin and Zillion and Aatrox, and then you can play like an Azir or something. Ari could replace that Azir, we'll just have to see what we hit. Well, I hit her. She'll go in for now, at least. 4 CC. And I'll just greed items. We're still healthy enough. We definitely need to hit a Chosen. Hitting one will be quite big, hopefully. Yes, Riven lives. 1-star Riven, almost 7k damage. She's so good right now. Her traits are so splashable. Oh, that is an instant buy. We can go for Keeper here somehow, I believe. We can just get rid of Zed. He did his job. Let's get our Riven items back on there. Now we've got 4 Keeper. Let's get him that buff. He's a jumper. I probably eventually don't play Ari, but she's great for now. Should save us some health for these next few rounds. Oh, that Pike CC. Keep that Callista stunned as long as we can because she is scary. Good work, team. Let's go. Thought about selling Thresh and Set for 20, but I do like having Thresh here. We can go for Dusk. Get rid of like half our board, honestly, because we want to have something like Jhin, Aatrox, that can be Azir. We can have Thresh. I mean, it depends what we hit, of course. Okay, those are good attack damage items. Let's roll some. Let's get things upgraded. Let's get things in. Last Whisper Jin, I think, is underrated. It's quite good. I'm not going to be playing those things. I'm keeping Thresh, because if I do go ahead and hit Set, I'm keeping Set because Set 2 is an absolute monster, even though it doesn't fit in the comp. He is just a good unit. He's unreliable, he might troll and do nothing in a fight, but he can also solo win fights and be super, super impactful. So if we're gonna play for a keeper, it's gonna be really hard to get for Dusk. Yeah, I'd rather have Aatrox over Pyke. For sure.
My swift death.
I think I'm gonna pick Lilia up here. If we do go the Dusk route. Really, we want to make it to level 9. We can play 4 Dusk and our 4 Keeper. That is the dream. Hey, we hit. Just hit. Baby, just hit. So maybe we stick with the Ahri for now. Since we're not going 6 Dusk, we probably never play Lilia. It's between Vayne and Lilia for our 4th unit there. Oh, I have a Chain Vest. I'm trolling so hard. Set 4 is great because there's a lot to think about every game. They are strong. Kindred 3, okay. Priority here is a Jhin item. I have good defensive items, but I need some more damage. I'm just gonna go a Zephyr. It's good late game. Zephyring that Kindred would be huge. Or that Jax. Or some of these Rivens. There's some big targets, most notably that Kindred, that could completely change a fight. I'm gonna attempt to save my money up here. I think, although I do have some units to hit. Probably should have been Cassio to get the Warlock. Especially with that GA. If you Zephyr a GA'd unit, it makes that GA nearly useless. Next time. Hey, there's some good units. Get that Cassio. We pair up our Zillion. We have just enough health to be greedy, I believe. And depending on if we win or lose this, we can either roll down at 6-1, make sure we 2-star everything, get as strong as we can, or if we're in good shape, we could try to go to 9 and go for the win. That Aatrox pool into the Riven is so good. I think we're relatively strong, but we do need to 2-star some stuff. Just make our money there. He came right back. Is that going to be Azir? I wonder if his soldiers scale off Azir's health, or if it's fixed. Like if I gave Azir this item, would these soldiers also get 1,000 health? I don't think so. But if it did work that way, it would be huge. So I'm probably gonna try it out. Ooh, Nico's. So one more game here and I can go 8. I can just get rid of Ahri, go like Thresh for Dusk, Vanguard, Vayne for Dusk, Sharpshooter with Jhin. That's probably the play. It's a little greedy, but we're going for the win. Going for the win. He has not moved that Warwick. Let's try to Zephyr in the corner here. There's also Jhin and Kalista in that corner, so depending on who I go up against, it could be a good Zephyr for several reasons, depending on the matchup. Bam, let's go, good win. There's Kennen, he should be better than Jarvan. Okay, top 2, hopefully. You never know in this game. There's a good shot. Aatrox, great unit. Can give those items to Cassio. So definitely that there. Sure. Zephyr doesn't matter who it's on too much. We have some good pairs here. Kennen needs to go in. My bad. Okay, so we lose. We need to spike. 2 gold in a dream. There's our Zillion. I don't think 2-star Zillion's a huge deal. He doesn't scale that much from 1 to 2-star, but he does stay alive. And maybe that could matter. Okay, so who do I Zephyr here? Is it the Azir? It's definitely not the Thresh. I'll tell you that much. Should be a lot of tankiness. But I could also see Nico and the Jhin. Honestly, I think I'd rather go for Mystic or for Vanguard chosen and just have a non-chosen Riven. But you gotta play with what the game gives you, and getting a chosen Riven is not really something to complain about, because I could have been hard stuck Riven 1 all game, and that would have been sad. I'm gonna go the Gen 2 here. It didn't seem like there's any insane items. I could have gone for the Zephyr, Maybe should have, but Gen 2 is very nice. And it's a sword. Not as good as a full item, but on Jin, he is all attack damage. That never hurts. So I want to try to Zephyr that Kindred. I wonder if they moved last second. We'll see. Okay. And they cheese the Zephyr on Riven. That's expected. Nothing I can really do about that one. That Kindred is a beast. He's so tanky. Come on, Jin. Did she dodge his fourth? I almost lost because Ashe dodged Jin's fourth shot there. Don't know why that's so hard to say, but that is what happened. So the soldiers do not scale with his HP. Good to know. So I just move Riven at the last second here, and I try to get that Kindred. So I can go ahead and pick up this Zephyr, and we'll try to move it at the last second, and also move the Riven. Oh, I didn't quite get the Riven, I'm so sad. But I did get the Kindred, so that is worth something. I gotta work on my finger speed. If I'm going for rank 1, I gotta get every advantage I can get. Oh no, we lose. Jin died. QSS. Honestly, I wonder if Lilia would be better here. Like, sure, the little bit of extra damage from Sharpshooter is good for Jin. If I have Lilia too, I would definitely put it in. The CC is so big. Okay, we have 20-something gold to work with. Let's try to hit some stuff. Let's do it.
The stage is set. The stage is set.
That is 6 gems, okay.
The stage is set.
It could always be the last round though. I'm trolling. Maybe... Oh, it is round 7 though. Ah, that's so sad. Better positioning and I could have survived. I don't want to sound like I'm making tons of excuses, but it's actually surprisingly hard to like talk about the game and also play it. I have so much respect for streamers and YouTubers because it's actually not that easy. At least it's not for me right now. There is a lot to think about. Man, I could have beat him, but good first game on this account. This is like plat to diamond, because that's where MMR gets reset to at the beginning of the season. It's not actually bronze 3. But yeah, that was a fun game. I'm going to keep working on being able to play while talking. It's definitely a challenge, but it's a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to be trying to get out episodes most every day. I tried to be educational. Let me know what I can do better. I hope that I can entertain you guys, and maybe you can learn something too. If not from the tips, then from seeing my mistakes and being like, man, I could play that better. I could move my Riven and not get her Zephyred. You know, things like that. But anyway, hopefully next game can be a win for us. But yeah, thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And talk to you next time. Peace. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching that game. I definitely made some mistakes towards the end. I should have dodged the Zephyr. I should have moved my own Zephyr to get their Kindred. But you know, mistakes happen. The biggest thing is that I should have taken the Zephyr on Carousel. I would have hit Gen 2 either way, and having a Zephyr instead of a single sword is such a big bonus. Not only that, but it robs him of the Zephyr. So yeah, I would say a single component, like a sword or a belt, has only like 10 to 20% of the value of a full completed item if it works in your comp at all. So even if I don't hit the Gen 2, it might still be worth it to get that Zephyr. That's probably the one big thing that I did not talk about during the video. But yeah, I'm just gonna post each game after I play it, whether it's a success or a failure or somewhere in between. I hope that you'll be able to learn something from these games, be entertained. This is my other account, by the way. Diamond 2 right now, but around rank 300. If I can keep a similar rank, hopefully I can achieve my goal of hitting Challenger this set, and hopefully further beyond that. It's going pretty well so far. I haven't played a ton of games, so the game definitely feels like I have an understanding of this meta, and I hope I can share some of that with you. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out, guys.